Hare Krishna. Good morning, my dear Prabhus, dear Matajis, my soul sisters and soul brothers. Nice to see you again. Yes. Di tayo nakita ng Saturday and Sunday, but now we're back. Hello, Hare Krishna. Abhi Mataji, Hare Krishna. Dave Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Mel Mataji, Hare Krishna. Back to Oliver Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Back in Milka, Mataji, Hare Krishna. And you know the drill, we should be in the right mood, in the mood of request and the mood of humility, as we continue the study ng ating yoga philosophy and meditation. So join me as we recite the invocation mantras, paying our respect and obeisances sa ating mga spiritual teachers. Om Ajnanaatimirandasya Jananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tashmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Sarasvati Devi Gauravani Pacharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvyevacha Patitanam Pavanevyo Vaishnavevyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivashade Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Everyone, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. Hello, Marina. Mataji. So previously, we discussed about this universal form ni Krishna. This is ng chapter 11. He showed his universal form because it was a request ng kanyang very dear friend and student na si Arjuna. Krishna described his form as well as Sanjay as well as Arjuna. And Arjuna prayed because he was seeing and overwhelmed siya dito. All the forms the Krishna, the whole universe, the time, past, present, and future was encapsulated in front of him. So he's praying and also he got scared. Napunta yung relationship niya kay Krishna into awe and reverence. He was in awe. And si Arjuna asked a question. Ask questions. Who are you and what is your purpose? And Krishna said, I am time, the destroyer of everything. Kala. So that's Krishna. So si Arjuna who prayed na, please remove this form already. Can you show me your four-arm form? So si Krishna, of course, because of Arjuna's own reverence and fear, tinanggal na niya yung universal form. Pinakita niya yung four-arm form ni Krishna. So that represents also that even Lord Vishnu came from Krishna. Then from Krishna, four-arm form, pinakita niya yung two-arm form with the flute. That is the ultimate, or that is the original form ni Krishna in the spiritual world. So, sino lang yung makakilala kay Krishna, makakita sa kanya? Yung mga devotees niya. Us, we are seeing Krishna through hearing. That's the means of receiving the knowledge and means of seeing Krishna is so through our hearing. So yung mga yogi, ganun yung ilalaga nila, what they hear. Because what we see would always be, um, there's a lot of illusion in whatever we are seeing. Hearing is much more in a pure state or sense. Depende kung kanino tayo nakikinig. And we discuss about God, yung acronym natin, Godhead. The fountainhead is Krishna. Because of this universal form, nalaman natin na everything, even everyone, pati mga demigods came from Krishna. And there is also a personalist and impersonalist practice of meditation and yoga. If one wants to practice impersonally, syempre, impersonal yung relationship mo kay Krishna. Doon lang sila sa light. Because that's the meditation. And if one is practicing being a personal personalist, or at the same time personal relationship with Krishna, your relationship niya would be much more deeper. Mas nakikilala niya si Krishna. And there are different options of practice. Depende kung saan tayong pace na. Kung saan phase na, saka anong pace natin sa movement natin. So, iba-iba yon. Everyone started one way or other this lifetime or last lifetime. So, iba-iba. But everyone is on the same path going towards kay Krishna. And there is also the devotee's disposition, very dear kay Krishna, if one is dedicating his life to Krishna. Of course. Kumbaga, mas in favor sa'yo yung mga may relationship personally. Krishna is always is impartial sa lahat ng soul. But those who are moving closer to him, of course, he's giving much more attention. And mas dear sa kanya kasi dear yung devotee sa kanya, kay Krishna. So, the Supreme is reciprocal to whatever endeavor we offer. Everything is an offering. It is just like yoga. It is like a performance arts. You're offering like Surya Namaskar. You're offering it to Surya. Diba? I've told before, even the Surya Namaskar have mantras. Each Om Suryaya Namaha. Tapos, you're offering it. You're not just doing it for yourself. Kaya nga Namaskara. So everything is an offering kay Krishna. Even the yoga. Whatever we do. The question is, ano yung consciousness natin? Ano yung intention? Lagi importante yan eh. Kung ano yung intention ng tao. So, inhale. We will talk about devotees and advanced Yogi'S Lifestyle. We will discuss also 2 chapters today. Chapter 13 and 14. So, welcome sa Essence of Bhagavad Gita. We're just scratching the surface of the Bhagavad Gita. Discussing only the mga important essence. And there are deeper study ng Bhagavad Gita. But don't worry, everything is relishable. Nectar. Even sabi nga nila, yung fruits, like the fruit, the Bhagavad Gita and the Srimad Bhagavatam are like a fruit na walang tapon. There's no skin, there's no seed. Lahat yon edible. How? Through hearing. Sometimes we're talking about creation, we're talking about characteristic, sometimes we're talking about details in yoga. So lahat yon we will learn. The acronym sa atin is WISE because the first 6 chapters we talk about karma yoga, the actions. The middle 6 chapters we talk about bhakti yoga, the actions and consciousness with love and devotion, bhakti yoga, doing some service, devotional service. And the last 6 chapters ng Bhagavad Gita, we're talking about jnana yoga or knowledge. So we need to know. Hindi lang tayo blind follower, hindi lang tayo ginagawa natin out of sentiment. We need to know. We need to satisfy our mind. The inquiries of the mind. Di ba? Ang dami natin. One reason pa ba tayo nag-move forward without spirituality. Those in the material realm, they're living because they want to chase something. the questions in life, purpose in life, soul searching, the feeling of bliss, being in love, diba? They're looking for something. So we need to satisfy yung ating gyan or nating knowledge seeking. So naturally, ganito yung human. They are seekers. If not, one is just living an animalistic life. Eating, mating, sleeping, and defending. But we want to know the knowledge of self-realization. So yan, first, middle, and last 6 chapters. So this comparison again, first 6 chapters discusses the knower of the body, position which we can understand the Supreme. We learned na we are not the body, we're the spirit soul. First 6 chapters. Middle 6, ano yung connection kay Krishna? Ano yung relationship natin sa Kanya and how we will do it. Last 6 chapters, how the living entity comes in contact with this material nature. Paano tayo napunta rito? Bakit tayo may iba't ibang lifestyle? And anong lifestyle yung gusto natin i-follow? Ano yung Yogi's Lifestyle? So, mabilis lang itong 2 chapters na to. Letter W sa ating wise, well-thought questions. Kasi si Krishna, laging ganito. He will answer questions kay Arjuna, sas minsan may pasobra. Then Arjuna will ask questions again. So, tinanong ni Arjuna yung mga previous na terms na sinabi ni Krishna again. So, he was fully convinced that he need to fight, but he want more knowledge. Bakit siya mag-pursue dun sa instruction ng kanyang beloved Krishna or his spiritual master? So, what are these terms? Sabi ni Arjuna. Prakriti, the material nature. Ano daw yun? Purusha, sino yung enjoyer of matter. Kshetra is the field on which one can act within the material world. So, mga terminologies na to, don't be overwhelmed. I-discuss natin. Ito naman yung simple definition, pero i-discuss pa lalo ni Krishna yan. Kshetragya, that is the entity which experiences the field of action. Gyan is knowledge. And Gyanam is object of knowledge. Sino yung object of knowledge? So these are well-thought questions ni Arjuna. And he wants Krishna to expand more. Sa minsan, pag di natin maintindihan yung isang bagay, we want to expand yung understanding natin. So we are requesting the teacher natin, could you expand much more in these topics? Kasi I wasn't able to grasp it. Of course, si Arjuna is always asking a question para sa benefit ng mga future souls like us. After 5,000 years, we're knowing pa rin. We're learning. So, ito yung mga answers ni Krishna. This is this topic answers 3rd, 4th, and 5th question. Kshetra is the field. Pakita natin. Masyado maliit yan. The field. Kshetragya, entity which experience the field of action. Gyan is knowledge. Alam niyo na to, diniscuss natin to, and may idea na kayo rito. Just the terminologies. So, sabi ni Krishna, this field of activities is the body. Di ba tayo yung soul? Ano yung field na yun para makakilos tayo, act in this material world? Is the body. Kapag wala kang body, you cannot act accordingly. If nasa rabbit na body ka, you will act like a rabbit. Hindi siya pwede mag-act as a human. No? Pwede siya mag-sit, pwede siya mag-wait. Hanggang dun lang. Diba? Hindi mo siya pwedeng utusan na alagaan yung business mo. Hanggang dun lang siya. Hanggang rabbit activity lang siya. Same. So that's the kshetra. The field of activity is this body. So yes, we need to take care of this body. That's one of the lifestyle. We cannot be just a yogi, then not following the rules or the rules and regulation, yama niyama. Kaya nga Ashtanga Yoga, following the 8 limbs. Yung anga is limbs. So may yama niyama. So we need to follow. That will take care of this body and soul para maging together sila. If di mo, pag pinabayaan mo yung body, the soul will leave. Kasi nag-wear and tear na yung body. hanap siya ng next na body. So that's the Kshetra. The Kshetrajna, that is the soul. Sino nakaka-experience nun? Body na to? The soul. Kung sino yung sumakay doon, the passenger. We discussed this na. Just the terms. So, don't be overwhelmed pag nakakita tayo ng mga terminologies. Slowly but surely, ako rin, paulit-ulit ko lang siya binasa kaya naintindihan ko siya. I mean, mas naintindihan ko than before. But still now, mas iniintindi ko pa. The terminology is just like a language we're trying to learn. And Gyan is knowledge. The process of acquiring, the study. Yung ginagawa natin ngayon, that's Gyan. So, knowing na tayo yung soul, we're experiencing happiness and distress, depende sa na-experience ng body natin. Gets, di ba? Pero si Krishna, may isa pa, he's the super soul. He's also in this body. So, this is letter I, the items of knowledge. This address. Also, fifth question, same nung sa kanina. Gyan, fifth question. So, fifth question, knowledge acquiring. Paano natin maiintindihan yung mga knowledge? We need the essential quality or accepting the spiritual master. We cannot just speculate. Yoga, the knowledge of yoga, should come down from a teacher to the student, not just speculation na imbentohin natin. Tapos we will try to teach. That will be unfair na we're take a lot of time and effort sa mga students and teaching them na inimbento lang natin. So us, ganun din. We don't want to follow. And we're always victim of this. Like the theory of evolution ni Darwin, di ba? It is just a theory. Hanggang ngayon, pati mga students niya, dinibunk na yun. Pero because it was just written, so pina-follow ng mga tao. So, hanggang ngayon theory pa rin. So, maraming ganitong bagay sa mundo na theory lang. Because sikat na tao lang yung nagsalita or speculated talaga. So, we don't want to waste our life doing that lifestyle, which we are not sure. We're just following pala na another blind person. So, like blind following the blind. So, we need a genuine teacher that is connected doon sa teacher niya, na may teacher na nakakonect kay Krishna. So, ignorance is, speculated knowledge. How to test one's progress if one is progressing in this spiritual knowledge, in this lifestyle of a yogi? One is judged by the qualities of humility and pridelessness. We are not getting proud. We should not get proud with the small amount of knowledge that we are carrying, just like the frog in the well. Yung capacity ng understanding natin is very little. And we will see a lot of proud person na because of their small knowledge, proud na sila. So, if magulang ka, don't ever say na, papunta ka pa lang, pabalik na ako. May iba-ibang path lahat. So, hindi lahat ng path nila or knowledge nila na acquire nila, alam natin. So, iba-iba yun. So, one would advance specifically in the yogi lifestyle and knowledge as he practiced humility and pridelessness. And napakahirap na ito. One could not claim, humble nga ako eh. Hindi na humility yun. So, very tricky. But yeah, we should practice. It will depend on one's consciousness, of course. Why discuss these miseries of material life, birth, old age, and this? O nga, Radha Charan, lagi mo din-discuss yung death, lagi mo din-discuss yung world na to, maraming miseries. Diba? We should know, this world is not a paradise. This is we were born here because we need to experience the happiness and distress for us to realize a lot of things. For us to realize ano talagang eternal happiness. Yan. So ito nga sabi sa Bhagavad Gita. Unless we have a pessimistic view of this material life, or the material life, There is no impetus of making spiritual advancement. If one is just like eat, sleep, be merry, or if one is in the comfort zone, dito lang tayo, walang aalis. Comfort zone nga eh. Same. That's material life. Hindi ka aalis dito. Why are you performing yoga, even the yoga asana, for one to realize? Ang dami mong posture ng iba't ibang animals, iba-ibang position, iba-ibang incarnation ni Krishna. The Kurma, di ba? Mga incarnation ni Krishna. For us to know much more, it's not just an exercise. To know much more, understand much more about life and other lives in living entities. So it's a good use of pessimistic views of material life. So you know the advancement ng spiritual life, the advantage. Process to make home life pleasant. Again, we must be a lotus. It doesn't mean that we have to escape everything. We just have to spiritualize everything in our lifestyle, in our life. So, yes, the sadhana should be there. Chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Sino dito yung nag-chant pa rin everyday? Good. So, that's one thing. So, making our consciousness, our body here, but the consciousness is high. The honoring prasadam, that is a food offered to Krishna. We'll study this further, how to do it. Some are following this already. The plant-based sattvic food, they offer first to Krishna to spiritualize. Ito ginagawa natin every day, almost every day, discussing on Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is the Bhagavad Gita. Actually, we're doing the Srimad Bhagavatam every day, 7 to 8 o'clock in the morning. So if you're free, you can join every day. And it is a deeper study. So the Srimad Bhagavatam is a deeper study ng yoga philosophy. But we're trying to resurface it. Habang nag-dive deeper, kuha tayo ng mga learnings, tapos pupunta tayo sa surface kung ano yung ma-apply natin sa buhay natin in our daily lives. Ayun yung concept ng Srimad Bhagavatam study natin every 7 to 8 in the morning. So, araw-araw yun. And need to worship, having a sacred space in your homes. Much more having an altar where you can direct your worship in the form of Krishna. So, madalas deities in a picture form or metal or stone. And there's a process. You offer flowers, you offer incense. That's actually, this is better than just offering incense to nothing, to energy, or even offering the sages. Because you're offering to the energy from Krishna. But now, if you offer it to Krishna, automatic yung energy will be different. Even the stars and planet will rearrange because you're doing this. Diba, the purpose ng chanting is to remove the unwanted baggages natin. You're actually rearranging the stars and planets. Kasi that unwanted baggages, parating yun sa stars and planets. And if you're changing that, you're rearranging the astrology. Even the palms of your hands, the marks. Yan. So, be convinced, so bakit natin nag-aaral ng knowledge? Be convinced that we are the servant, we are the subordinate. We must remove the thinking that we are God. We are the center of this universe, and this universe is working, spinning, and everyone is should adjust according to my desire. These are the false ego, or the ego. Diba? Tayo yung sentro ng buhay, pati ng ibang tao. At yung mga knowledge that we need to inquire. So yes, these are the lifestyle ng isang devotee. Ano yung mga characteristic niya? We'll discuss a few. Of course, una-una dyan, humility. Pridelessness, almost the same. Non-violence, the practice of non-violence. We should not instill or be the cause ng suffering ng ibang tao or ibang hayop. The lesser damage that we can do in this earth, in this life, much better. Because every move, actually, if you scratch something, may bacteria ka nang kinamot dyan. Even if you breathe. So lahat may nangyayari. But the lesser is the better. And not just destroy everyone, everything, every and other species just for our sense gratification, the taste or other fashion and all. So we must know the basic necessities and the wants. Tolerance. We must tolerate. Hindi lahat kailangan mapatulan. So like me, I always, a lot of things, I just say yes. Lalo na kung mga hindi life and death. Pero for much more important things, then I will put effort. Okay, this thing should be done instead of this. Just me because depende sa scenario yan. So, di rin lahat kailangan bigyan ng effort. Diba? Yung iba natural. Yung iba like especially other humans. People have their own decision making. Unless they ask for advice. Pero yung ibang, meron kasing may makikilala tayo na they roam around with red ball pen. Sine-check niya lahat na sa paligid. Tapos they give advice without the consent na gusto ng advice ng ibang tao. So, that is, minsan it's a waste of energy natin. So, one should be simple. Simple living, higher thinking. The more you complicate our life, the more we will spend a lot of time, efforts, money into maintaining that lifestyle. And we will have lesser and lesser until no time na tayo in our spiritual life. Pero sobrang busy ko. We're just inflating yung lifestyle lang pala natin. We're just getting caught sa matrix. So, maintaining a simple life and higher thinking. The idea is, the less effort you do for material life, but a bigger result. So you will have a lot of time and energy for spiritual realization and activities or service. So that's spiritual and material life balance. Hindi siya lang work and life balance. Spiritual and material life should be balanced. Hindi siya equals palagi sa oras kasi mas maraming ni-spend natin oras with material life, like especially working or business. But at least the quality that we give for our classes, for our chanting, for our services, even 1 hour, 2 hours a day lang yan, we should give full quality. And it will suffice the rest of the day. Cleanliness, of course. Diba? Bathing. Ito yung, sana hindi nahirapan lahat dito. Because Filipinos are fond of taking a bath. Lalabas, maliligo. So the practice of spiritual life, yogis, lagi sila naliligo. In the morning, they take a bath. If they pass stool, they will take a bath. So, cleanliness is part of it. So, yung mga yogi sa yama ni yama, they do always take a bath. Hindi kailangan 1 hour palagi, but that's part of cleansing. You're cleansing outside, you're cleansing also inside. It feels much more in the mode of goodness. I-discuss natin later. Sabi rin nila, cleanliness is godliness. It's next to godliness, but it is actually cleanliness is godliness. Because you're always inviting the Supreme. If you're chanting, you're inviting the Supreme. So we have to be clean outside and inside. So steadiness, that is the determination, steadfastness. Hindi yung shooting star lang tayo after ng class natin, ng course ni Radha Charan. We chant, we do, Mama Yogi. After this, balik tayo sa old habits. Steadiness is following dire-diretso yung commitment natin into our advancement spiritually. And sad to say, ang daming takot sa commitment. Gusto lang nila is just no label. Same with our commitment sa ating spirituality. Much more. Mas kailangan natin mas maging committed. So, absence of false ego. False ego is thinking I am the body, the mind, the experience. And the real ego is knowing that we are the servant. This is the Dharma. So this, I will forward everything para mabasa niyo rin in your own time. Nasa Bhagavad Gita yan. And letter S, so wise. It answers the 6th question. The object of knowledge. Sino yung object, total object ng knowledge na inaaral natin? Ultimately, papunta lahat kay Krishna to. Even what we study in the school and whatever we study around, those are the energies of Krishna. The process of Bhakti Yoga is knowing who's the cause of that energy. That is Krishna. Letter S is soul and super soul. Because in this body that we have, andun tayo as the soul, and si Krishna incarnated himself as the super soul. Kasama siya. Never niya tayong iniwan. Whatever body that we take. Even animal bodies, plants, even maging, ano ka pa, trees. Si Krishna sasama ka as the super soul. Us, we just know this field, the body. We are not we're not 100% full in control, but at least we know we can move our body at least, and we know what's happening inside. Kahit paano, we're feeling. But si Krishna, being Krishna is expanded everywhere. He knows everyone, everybody. So sometimes, when you're trying to deal with other person, you just need to pray to Krishna. Krishna, convince him, please. Para mas maging mabait na siyang tao. Parang rumerekta ka dun sa ano. You're not just trying to convince a person. Siyempre, in a positive way. You're trying to talk to Krishna in that body. Just like a deeper namaste, namaste. My soul respects the soul inside you. But Hare Krishna, when you greet, you're also greeting Krishna from within him. And much more personal because you're talking up in a personal level, the names of Krishna. So yes, soul and super soul. This is coming from the 13.22. The living entity in material nature thus follows the ways of life, enjoying the three modes of material nature. This is due to his association with that material nature. Thus, he meets with good and evil among various species. So the soul, originally galing sa spiritual world, because of our desire to experience this, nandito tayo sa material world. So we experience, kasi the material nature, we are experiencing the energy of Krishna. So we think we are enjoying, and also we are experiencing good and evil. Happiness and distress. Because of our association with this body. Lalo na kapag may false ego tayo na we're thinking we are this body and the experience, the lifestyle, the title, if we're attaching to that, we are experiencing happiness and distress. And if we're too much attached, pag nawawala yung mga yon, masakit. Although lahat naman kasi is temporary. But we're not just ready, extend mo pa. Our attachments are too strong, and because of that attachments, we will suffer. If we cannot get a thing, we are frustrated. And if we have it, tapos nawawala, naglalament tayo. Perfect example, money. We want to get it, tapos pag nawala yung money. So, with this, we are following a lifestyle. If yung association mo with this body, tas association mo with friends, we will follow that. If you are in the association of drunkards, what do you expect? You will learn how to drink a lot. If you are in the association of yogis, mag-yoga rin. Diba? Lalo na ngayon, the influence is in the internet. So you should choose who do you associate with, because that will be your lifestyle. One or the other. So, again, yung kinakwento, I just don't know, syempre, ibang talents. Like, kung maganda boses mo. Maganda boses ng friends mo. Doesn't mean magiging maganda boses. You could improve. Pero syempre, may ibang inborn na nangyari yun. Or pag lahat ng friends mo matangkad, hindi ibig sabihin tatangkad ka rin. So, of course, may limitation yung influence nila sa'yo. Yung mga bagay na it's already there, you cannot do it. So, pero syempre, if they're like hardworking or they have work ethics or they always play musical instruments, you could have the impetus to study much more or learn. Diba? Pero syempre, may mga bagay na we're out of control. But That is the lifestyle. So now, bakit tayo nandito? We're trying to improve our lifestyle much more in the yogi lifestyle, not just with asana or inside or on our yoga mat. Even outside, how do we practice? So we're trying to learn. So paano tayo magiging lotus? Diba? Even us in a situation, hindi tayo basta-basta ma-influence. Siyempre, negative. But if we are steady, we will maintain. Magkakasubukan na to pag natapos yung class natin this week. How do we maintain our lifestyle? Tapos mag-update tayo. Kamusta ang practice? So that's soul and super soul. There is a comparison, of course. Super soul, describe ito, is all-pervading sa lahat. Ano si Krishna? Original source of all the senses. Unattached. So, yes, undivided even though nag-expand siya. Siya pa rin yun. Hindi siya na-divide na 50% na lang yung qualities niya. No? He is situated in one's heart. Kasama niya yung tayo as the soul. And super soul also is the knower ng all fields. Lahat ng body. Super knower. What's happening to me, alam ni Krishna as a super soul. Kung ano nangyayari kay Abby, kay Dave, alam niya rin. He is the supreme proprietor and controller. So lahat may-ari na lahat. So enjoyer, who is the enjoyer of what's happening around here? This answers first and second question. Prakriti is the material nature and Purusha is the enjoyer. Conditioned souls desire to control and enjoy matter and binds him to material nature. The more we think that we're enjoying, we are the enjoyer, the more it binds us because we are getting attached. But the super soul is the factual enjoyer and controller because he is the owner of everything. Here's the trick. If one becomes the servant and serves Krishna for Krishna to enjoy, we will also enjoy. It is just like watering the root of the tree. A simple, much more practical experience. Try mo magluto for your loved one. Tapos sobrang pleased sila. Kahit di pa kumakain, busog ka na, di ba? Makita ko lang yung busog. Same. If one, of course, in the spiritual level, pleases Krishna, you'll feel the happiness. So you will see, one is doing devotion service of Bhakti Yoga, one chants, one understand, reads this, have the association. Much more if you do some practical service, one will feel the satisfaction that we're looking for, that eternal happiness. But if one thinks that lahat nakasentro sa kanya, I need to enjoy, getting all the money, the fame, the credit, mapansin natin, hindi pa rin. Bland pa rin, wala pa rin lasa. Ay kung ayun yung sukatan, dapat lahat ng mayaman, lahat ng sikat, lahat ng maganda, masaya. But no. So this is the yogi lifestyle. That's why we are in the life of offering. The yoga is of an offering. If we think that we are the enjoyer, dapat yung mga yogis nag-offer sa atin ng posture nila. No, we are also practicing. We are also offering. Because the ultimate enjoyer is Krishna, Purusha. And the material nature is also his energy. How to influence that we could use. Either the material energy use us, or we use the material energy to serve Krishna. Like money. Ginagamit ka ba ng money or you are using money? Same with other things. Astrology or tarot reading or other energy. Ginagamit ka ba ng mga yon or you're using that to better your spiritual life and material life? Or nakaikot na yung buhay mo doon sa sinabi ng mga yon? So yes, Krishna is the overseer. Wala tayong sikretong tatago. Walang sikretong hindi malalaman ni Krishna. Because lagi natin siya kasama. Lahat ng heartbreaks mo, alam niya. Lahat ng mga bagay na hindi ka pa naka-move on. This lifetime sa previous life, alam niya. So, he's actually our real friend. Never niya tayong iniwan. So, yes, these are other description. Paano si Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. And how people are trying to enjoy and lalong nagiging troublesome. Like in the modern society, atheistic philosophies, because they want to be the center. Sila yung God. Sila yung people that need to enjoy them. They need to enjoy the others. Ito yung naisip nila. And what brings them, lalo na kung mga leaders are in this lifestyle, syempre, he thinks that he is the enjoyer. Bakit niya isipin na yung ibigay sa iba? Syempre, I will hoard. I will be greedy. Kasi ang sentro is sarili niya. Gets? But if you are a servant of Krishna, you're much more abundant in abundant lifestyle. Not to the point na wala kang titira sa maintenance ng body mo because you have to maintain this in your family, in your business or work. But the consciousness is different. Hindi magiging greedy. So that is the wise, having the knowledge and how to apply in our lifestyle. Well thought of questions. The field is the body. Sino nakakaalam nito? The soul, us. Ano yung knowledge? Is to know that. And also to know that si Krishna, kasama natin sa body na to as the super soul, he's the enjoyer. He's also the object of knowledge. So those are the questions lang. Ayun lang naman yung nilagyan nilang terminologies. Pero us knowing this, mas nalalaman natin yung lifestyle natin. Who do we associate with? What lifestyle do we follow? Of course, the lifestyle should be according to Krishna. Kung paano yung sinabi niyang lifestyle natin. And that is actually the lifestyle of the yogi. So we need to dig deeper kung ano yung lifestyle ng devotee. How? Bhagavad Gita, the yoga philosophy. Because si Krishna mismo nagsabi paano. hindi speculated ng iba't ibang tao. So kahit hindi ka nakamanduka or hindi ka nakalululemon, you could still be in a yogi lifestyle. Don't worry. Hindi nakarelay sa brand yan. But of course, kapag may mga student who have different brands, support them. So this is next inhale. Mabilis lang to. Para hindi tayo matrap. That's the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 14, the three modes of material nature. Diniscuss natin to last time sa nature. Dun sa connecting, missing link natin sa meditation class. Trap. Because if we are attached with this nature, with this what's happening around us, hindi tayo makalis. Attached tayo eh. Ayaw naman bitawan eh. Yes. Diba? Matagal na kayong break, hindi ka pa naka-move on. Nakatrap ka pa rin. Yung traumas natin, nakatrap tayo dun sa traumas. Hindi natin gusto yung mga yon, pero nakatrap tayo. Naka-entangle tayo doon. So we need to move forward. And this material nature is a big trap. Para kang nakaught sa web ng isang spider na kahit anong kilos mo, another trap. How could you escape that? You need someone to pick you up from that situation. Same thing with us. So these are the three modes of material nature. Three modes, that's letter T. Modes, ibig sabihin in Sanskrit is guna or roop. So ano itong tatlong to? Goodness, passion, and ignorance. That's the three modes. Ito yan yung rope na yan. So, naalala nyo na, discuss natin to, diba? So, it determine kung ano yung ginagawa natin in our life. The way we speak, our lifestyle, diba? Mode of passion, mode of ignorance, or mode of goodness. So, ito yun. If one is in the mode of goodness, he is in the sense of happiness, satisfaction, knowledge, and superiority. Ito yung binding force pa rin niya. If one is in the mode of passion, ando siya sa attachment sa fruits ng activity, sa result palagi. Passionate. Gusto niya ng result. If one is in a mode of ignorance, he's into madness and laziness and sleep. So, dito si procrastination. So, nalalaman natin, di ba, minsan may oras na, ang sipag natin, may oras din na tayo sa procrastination stage. Sana wag buong araw na tayo sa laziness sa sleep lang. But may effect yun sa oras kasi of the day. The morning is a mode of goodness, middle is the passion, and evening is the ignorance, of course. Kaya maraming crime na sa evening din. Ano din yung antok, ano din yung sleep or rest. So kasama yon. Ano yung characteristic ng mode of goodness? Frees one from sinful reaction, of course. The lifestyle is in the mode of goodness. In the mode of passion, intense yung lifestyle. Diba? Andun yung matinding frustration, lamentation, with great attachments. Ano meron sa characteristic in the mode of ignorance? Delusional or illusion. Ano sa darkness? And syempre, inertia. Wala eh. Diba? Chill lang. Doon sa ignorance. Discuss natin later yung lifestyle and anong destination ng mga taong prominent yung lifestyle na to. So yes, obstacles in the mode. This is anong obstacle in the spiritual life. Unahin natin ignorance. Tamad sila mag-practice ng spiritual life kasi lazy nga. Or deluded sila with the knowledge. So, mahirap mag-yoga yung mga too lazy. Lalo na i-forward pa sa path ng spirituality. Those in the mode of passion, of course, they just want the fruits, the result. Di sila makapagantay. Mostly the instant one gusto nila. But the practice of bhakti is not relying on the result. The practice of bhakti is how one always offer everything with love and devotion. Ano yung consciousness? Ba't mo ginagawa yung bagay na yun? And the mode of goodness, sila sa malaki din yung hindrance nila for the spiritual path. Bakit? Hard to learn. Alam nila eh. Relax sila eh. Successful nga ako in materially. Maraming proud na successful in life. Sad to say. Titanic, di ba? Even God could not break this because they're full and in false ego sa nagawa nila. Hard to be humble because of the sense of superiority, and they think nasa comfort zone sila. So minsan kailangan natin ng mga challenges sa buhay bago natin ma-realize, I'm not in control. Hindi pala ako yung supreme enjoyer. That there is Krishna. Minsan dadaan tayo rito, near-death experience, kailangan pa ng pandemic para mas malalim tayo mag-isip. Diba? Kailangan pa ng may mawawala sa buhay natin for us to realize, this life is temporary. That is certain. So, kailangan natin minsan ng mga ganong dadaanan. So, these are the obstacles and these are the lifestyle. Pero in a spiritual person, a spiritual practice of a person, kailangan niya lagpasan itong mga modes na to. The best is in the mode of goodness, but this is not the goal. But our lifestyle should be on this mode of goodness. The food, the consciousness, even our work, our business, kung maneuver natin to the mode of goodness, mas maganda. But it is not like 100% palagi na si Oliver mode of goodness lang siya 100%. Or si Marina ganun din. One time si Srila Prabhupada was in Hawaii. He gave a class, and when they went outside, it's also like a tropical place, same as the Philippines. Then may rainbow. And poetically, he mentioned these modes of material nature, goodness, passion, and ignorance are just like RGB, the major colors. And when you mix them, you will have different colors. So, every person is just like that. Mixtures of different modes. I might be 20% mode of goodness, 40% of passion, and 40% of ignorance. Tama ba? 100 yun. Ayun. So, may mixtures. Kaya yung personality ng tao, yung character, iba-iba. May mixtures ng different modes. So, that is the race of prominence kasi nag-uunahan sila, letter R. Gusto syempre nung laziness, mas lazy ka all day. Yung passion, ganun din. Yung goodness, sana. Nanalo si goodness. Pero that's the race. Laging nag-uunahan yan. Kung bakit tayo nasa lower self natin, laging nananalo si mode of ignorance. We want to be higher. Minsan nasa good mood tayo, nasa mode of goodness. But we want to be higher. Spiritual consciousness. Spiritual self natin. If you just relax, default, automatic bababa yung consciousness natin. That's the default. If di ka kumain, automatic magugutom ka. That's the default. Same thing, our consciousness will go down. Diba? You just don't, lalo na kung sanay ka sa mag-move ng body, you don't work out for a long time. You don't take care of your health, your food. Automatic ang consciousness mo bababa. Diba? Nood ka lang ng TV all day long. Don't read. Don't associate with good people. Same. So the race is there. So tayo in favor tayo na yung lifestyle natin is in the mode of goodness. Because yung mode of goodness natin, that is the platform para maka-jump tayo, magawa natin yung spiritual mode or Krishna conscious mode. Mode of goodness, even one is not spiritual, pwede yung sa mode of goodness sila. Clean, simple, doing some charity, doing some philanthropic activities, mode of goodness. Pero, hindi yun yung goal natin. That is the platform. Just like a runway sa aeroplano. Kung mas malaki yung, mas mahaba yung runway, in a personality or character, mas marami yung, mas prominent yung mode of goodness, mas madali i-perform yung spiritual life. Mas madali lumipad yung aeroplano if he have enough runway sa airport. So, same thing. Ganun din tayo. The more mode of goodness, the better. Sattvic. So, we can easily perform spiritual activities. Ang hirap mag-chant pag madumi yung lugar. Madumi yung kwarto mo. Pero once you clean it, relax, diba? Tapos ang sarap mag-chant, ang sarap magbasa. So that's mode of goodness. That's the lifestyle we want to follow. So if one is in this mode, again, if hindi pa dun sa spiritual, nasa mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance din sila. Ano yung acting and dying within this mode? Ano yung destination nila? So yes, ito. Yung mga demigods in the mode of goodness sila palagi. Supposedly. Sa passion, sila yung mga results. In ignorance, of course, andyan sila. Passion. Of course, passion is good and bad result. Attach sila sa result. So, happy and be merry. Demigods. And mode of ignorance, dun yun, like animalistic lifestyle. Bakit napakita to? Kasi ito yung destination. If one dies, tas yung lifestyle niya puro mode of goodness, puro mode of passion, or puro mode of ignorance. Dito sila pupunta. In the mode of goodness, he attains higher planets or being a demigod. Heavenly planets. Heaven is still in the material world and even hell. In the mode of passion, balik sila dito sa earth. Pero syempre, passionate sila sa food, passionate sila sa sex, passionate sila. Bibigay sa'yo yung body na kailangan para magawa mo yun. Diba? You want to eat meat? Bigay ko sa'yo tiger's body. With the pride na ikaw yung kakain or yung mga lions, you will get your own food. You will be dominant. You're addicted to sex, bibigyan ka ng rabbit or dove's body. Because that's part of their lifestyle. They could do it. They could perform that. So, different kung ano yung attachment mo, bibigay sa'yo. In the ignorance, ganon, lower species. Like what I'm saying, yung mga animals. Passion is, minsan nasa human din sila, pero very passionate. So, yan. So, ikot-ikot lang. Kung anong desire mo, anong lifestyle mo, pupunta ka doon. But anong goal ng isang yogi? Umalis dito. Because this is a trap. To go back home, back to Krishna. So, who engages in the full devotional service and failing in all circumstances, at once transcends the modes of material nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman. So, to escape this, we need to change the consciousness. That is the best revolution that you could do. You can try to change the system. Diba? Sana hindi kakainan ng sistema, pero that's the system, that's the matrix. For one to escape that, you need a different consciousness. Sabi nga ni Einstein, the definition of foolishness is doing the same thing, expecting different result. So the greatest revolution you can do is spiritual revolution. The Yogi's Lifestyle. Do it. You have to change something lang, which is the consciousness. Some details, of course, kung type of food, anong type of lifestyle. Some details lang may, pero the consciousness is very much important. You can cross beyond this trap, this matrix. We will start in our lifestyle, daily lifestyle. So that's the trap. 3 modes: goodness, passion, and ignorance. We want to be always in a goodness mode for us to be able to perform the spiritual mode or spiritual activities. We want to transcend because these 3 are still material. Okay, we want to transcend by the use of yoga, the asanas. You do it to control the senses, then you perform back the yoga. The race for prominence, that determines the character, the temperament of humans, kung ano yun umaangat doon. Diba? So, ang goal natin is paangatin yung mode of goodness. Mas madalas tayo nandun sa mode na yun. You start with the lifestyle, details, the food, the time. You wake up early, tiga mo na sa mode of goodness ka palagi. Kasi it helps. Didiscuss pa natin further yung tatlong to. Charity, yung understanding, even yung food, kung ano yung sa tatlong to. So that's why we offer Krishna the food in the mode of goodness then. So the actions in the modes, depende kung anong lifestyle natin, that will be the result. Kung anong lifestyle natin, anong desire, anong meditation natin, we will get afterlife, this lifetime. Because that's what we're doing. And the pure life is transcending that life. Spiritual life. But here's the trick. We could still use this different modes. Too much humility is pride. Too much claiming one's humility is pride. If you're claiming, if you pumasok sa ulo mo, I'm humble, that's pride. But it will not hurt if one is performing or in the mode of humility. So yes, we need to use everything. We must be in mechanic. Sometimes you need to be much more passionate about things. Then be passionate. Just like getting a tool, a wrench in the toolbox to fix things. Workout ka, edi medyo passionate ka kasi kailangan mo ng energy to maintain that. Diba? Hindi ka pwedeng lazy or in the mode of goodness. If you need to fix things, kailangan mo pag-isipan. If you need to work, you need to be creative, kailangan maging passionate. But, just like a tool, after you use it, put it back in the toolbox. Minsan kailangan magalit, kailangan pagalitan yung anak mo to discipline him. You must be in control. And afterwards, balik mo na. Hindi yung bad trip ka na sa lahat ng tao. Tapos idadivert mo sa lahat ng tao yung bad trip mo. Bad trip ka sa work, pinagalitan mo yung employee. Pag uwi mo sa bahay, pinapagalitan mo rin lahat. Gets, diba? Put it back in the toolbox. Sorry. Diba? Put it back in the toolbox. Kasi dun yun eh. You're in control. Diba? Hindi mo papaluin yung anak mo kasi galit ka. Di masaktan mo talaga siya if you're really angry. Or hindi mo makokontrol. You need to use it. Even sleep, diba? I'm guilty kasi lagi ang puyat. You need to use the sleep for resting. That is a mode of ignorance. But use it because you need the rest. But don't let sleep take over your life. Na you will live your life para makatulog ka lang. Na 12 hours ka matulog. Imagine mo yung kalahati ng buhay mo. Kung mabuhay ka pa lang 30 years, 15 years tulog ka. 15 years, yung 3 years mo na sa traffic, yung 4 years mo na sa social media, ilan na natira sa buhay mo? So same, we need to use them. Not these modes using us. That's consciousness. So we raise our consciousness. Ano yung best way to raise our consciousness? Krishna consciousness. So some details we'll discuss in the succeeding classes natin. Yun sa different modes na to. So try to observe yung paligid natin, the way we speak, the way we move, the way we act, the way we decide. Anong modes to? Goodness, passion, or ignorance. And how we could transcend it to spiritual modes. So tinuturuan tayo ni Krishna and the Bhagavad Gita how to live our life in that lifestyle. Minsan hindi kailangan magsuot ng ganito or mag-shave ng buhok. Pero nakarely yun sa anong consciousness natin. So, wag mo na dalhin yung bad trip mo sa bahay. Mag-bad trip ka, dun lang yun, di ba? Sa isang tao lang bad trip, dun lang yun. Sa ibang tao, hindi. Kung makikita natin yung much more developed na mga mature na tao, bad trip siya. Tapos pag kinausap niya, kaya niya mag-switch. Hindi siya hypocrite. Kaya lang niya gamitin kung ano yung meron. Yeah. Harap siya dun sa stool. Bad trip siya, di ba? Pag umarap pa sa mga estudyante mo, lalo na kung mga kids, yung masaya, hello kids, kamusta? Deserve nila yun eh. Ayun yung mood, ayun yung ayun yung duty mo sa kanila eh. Na hindi tayo dapat victim ng mga to. Huwag ka pakain sa sistema. Thank you very much, my dear ones. Always an honor discussing as we studying yoga philosophy. We're learning a lot how we could apply it practically. Diba? Hindi man tayo tumatayo sa yoga mat or nagka-posture. But it is the application of yoga in our lives. Diba? We are trying to flex and bend and be flexible sa yoga mat. Kailangan sa buhay flexible din tayo. Hindi pa ding stiff lang, di ba? Tama ba? Yung mood natin very stiff. Di ba? We need to also ang galing natin mag-breathing exercises pero yung mood natin hindi natin makontrol using our breathing exercise. Apply mo yun, di ba? Relax ka rin. So yes, application is very important and actions kasi it speaks louder than words. So thank you very much. I'm happy, honored, and humbled to be with your presence. I'm learning a lot as well. I will not visit today sa Manila, but tomorrow maybe. I'll bring some books kasi to our satellites or yung mga students who volunteered to have stocks of books para pag someone will order, they could just lala move it. I will meet them and hopefully to meet some of you again or for the first time. Or we could have also yung mga Zoom calls to catch up and bond or just have some kwentuhan. Maraming salamat. Abby, Hare Krishna. Karen, Hare Krishna. Marina Mataji, Hare Krishna. Mel Mataji, Hare Krishna. Summer, Hare Krishna. Nasa kitchen ka ba ulit? Oliver Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Bhaktin, Milka, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much and I'll see you again tomorrow. Tama ba? Tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. And if you want to join my spiritual master, spiritual teachers classes, meron siya every evening. That will be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 7 p.m. So may mga bagong schedule. If you wish to join, to end your day, masarap i-sandwich yung buhay natin eh. Our day, spiritual, diba? Yung umaga sa kagabi, sandwich it. Tapos the rest, grind ka, kung anong term gamitin mo. Mag-work ka, diba? Sipagan mo sa mga ginagawa mo. Be passionate kung kailangan mo maging passionate. But be Krishna conscious. Jai Jagannath, Milka. I think today ba yung Ratha Yatra? So thank you very much. I'll see you soon. Hare Krishna. Wow. Ay, picture tayo. Nakalimutan ko yung picture. Yan. Please open your camera para meron tayong photo up. Hello. Nice to see your smiles, di ba? Ayun pala si Summer sa si Leo. Si Leo yung linis, oh. Mata ka lang 10 years, ah. Ngayon lang kita nakita na malinis, ah. Ah. Okay, 1, 2, and yes, 3. Yeah, yan. It's always nice to start the day. Very refreshing, di ba? We clean our body as well as these classes cleanse our soul. So hope to see you everyone again. Abby, Karen, Marina, Oliver, Mel, Milka, and Diva and Summer. Wala sa kitchen, oh. Nakaupo lang kayo. Ala sa kitchen pa rin. Hindi na naalayo sa kitchen yan. Di ba? Hare Krishna. Bye everyone. Haribol.